friends, it's Allison. Welcome back to AJ's Inspired Life. Welcome back to making a junk journal. Let's empty our trash. This is thrift store haul number 2 junk journal. And it's been a while since I made this actual haul. Oop, let me just fix my seat. My goodness, hold on. Okay. It's been a while since I made this haul, so I'm going to go through the bucket with you. This is a series I've done. I've made number 1 journal first, and now we're on bucket number 2. This is when I do a haul from the thrift store in one day, and I need to make a journal from that material. Now, do I need any of this stuff? No. The premise of it was like, what do you need to make a junk journal? You really could make it out of anything. And I thought it would be fun to just go see, like, not spend hardly any money, probably less than $10. I did the receipts and stuff when I actually did the haul. It's linked below in my playlist for haul. This one is actually titled, I think, Thrift Store Junk Journal Haul number 2. And I can't seem to figure out a shorter title, but let's go through the bucket. If you already saw the haul, you saw this all in detail, but let's go through the bucket very, very quickly. I'm going to kind of, I guess I'll move the bucket and show you again, very, very quickly what we have, because some of it we're not going to use. So as an example, this is a book I got. Now this book is beautiful. I got it, maybe with the purposes of using it, right? Certainly using the pages. But when I got it home, and then when I asked you guys about it, it's called And Ladies of the Club. It is a fiction novel, I believe. A couple of you said it was a really good book and to read it. And I think I would like to read it before we don't need it. Although I love the cover and everything. So I think I'd like to read it. It is a hefty book. So I'm literally going to like toss it because it's not going to be part of what happens today. Okay. So very, very quickly, let's see what we did get. Now, I did get this journal, which, has some staining on it. You can see it was 50 cents. This is like, crushed velvet or velour. I don't know what it is. Some beautiful synthetic. And it has some prayer hands on it. I don't know if you can see that, but I did think it was it also already has some beautiful journal paper in it with some already pretty coloring. And so I thought that was a good option. Okay, so we have that book. We have this fun book of high school mathematics. Now, this I just think is fun because, it gives you some interesting, I don't know. Plus it smells amazing, and it has a pretty cool cover. So that might be a fun journal. Now, I did get stuff like this, which is just a file or a folder, right? For like, I don't know, high school projects is what I remember. But this alone could be a great journal. I'm very tempted by this today. I have to tell you, this would be something we have not made before. It would just be like, I don't know. I'm tempted by this. I got to tell you. All right. Let's see what else we found this day. I did find this dictionary, Spanish to English dictionary, which is really nice. And I liked the pages because they are long and they were just stapled. So I removed the staples. So we have full sheets, right? This whole thing pulls out, which is really nice. So I think that is fun. Excuse me. My goodness. I did find this is not the full almanac, I know, but fall and winter almanac, which I think has some great pictures in it and colors and stuff like that. So that's fun. I found a drawing pad, which I don't know how many sheets it had in it. This is nice paper. Whatever this says, 80 pound. And I have ripped some out already. So that's it for kind of pages. I found some fun things like coin envelopes, which obviously we'll be using. So to do what with? I mean, I don't have a lot to play with on this, you guys. I don't know if I did show you this. I got a map. This one happens to be of Iowa, but these are always fun for pages. So that will be making some sort of showing for sure. I did get some trim, just material trim, it looks like. So that will be like, you know, what we'll be using for embellishments. I got some white seam binding and some thick black seam binding. Now this, I don't think I'll be using just off the top of my head, but maybe I will. We'll see. The white is interesting. So I think that we'll probably color it somehow or do something like that. I haven't coffee stained it yet. And I found a thing of washi. Again, I don't need washi, but the premise was, could we make something from what we buy? And I don't know how much it was. 50 cents. And I don't remember. One of the thrift stores I go to normally has a sale. So I probably maybe got this for less than 50 cents is my point. I believe these buttons came home this day because they're in this bucket. I bought these buttons for this one right here, which I will be sewing on a scarf that I have. I got some white acrylic paint, which I thought would be fun to play with. And I got this really cool sarcastic card flip thing. I think they're great. So some of them, I don't know if they're offensive or whatnot, but they're definitely sarcastic. And I mean, this is hilarious. Being unstable and crabby is all part of my mystique. It's like, yes. But what I was saying before is if you don't like the quote, you could definitely still use her, although she's a little creepy looking, but, or vice versa. Like you don't have to use her. You could just use this. So we'll definitely be maybe, yeah, they're totally sarcastic and not socially appropriate. Okay. So just, yeah. But I thought they were hilarious. So anyway, so we got that to play with. Now out of these papers, I've already coffee dyed some of these. So this is the drawing paper book that took color very nicely. Here is the mathematics book. And here is the dictionary pages. And obviously we're not going to use them all in this journal, or maybe we will. I don't know. I just thought I had the coffee out. Let's dye some papers. Okay. The other thing I found was this fun market kit with these little stamp things, and you write something, and I think it actually goes on the little sticker that goes on the gold foil. I don't know, but we can play with it. So that was kind of fun. So yeah, so here we go. Now I'm going to put everything back in my bucket, and I'm going to put like, you know, this sort of thing. This is all like the embellishments. So this obviously isn't going to get messed with for a bit. And the last series I did on this, I think I did 3 videos and then a final flip, I believe. So I'm assuming that's what we can do again, or maybe less. Who knows? Who knows? I literally have no idea on this one, you guys. I'm a little stuck, and I'm realizing I'm a little, let me clear off some of this. I'm a little right now wanting very badly to make my Christmas journal. So this is not going to be my Christmas journal. So, but I want to make this one, and I want to encourage you guys as you're, I think we're coming up on a season where we purge, especially after the holidays, where people go through things and get rid of stuff. And I mean, like if you have an old math book hanging around, why not keep it? You know, why not keep it and use it somehow? And so I want to encourage you to go through your own stash. And if you are going out thrifting or whatever, know that like for very little money, I don't need all of this. We could have made it with, 2 of these things. So I don't know. I think it's interesting to kind of put yourself to the challenge also. And for me, that's what I really enjoy, is the challenge of it. So this book, you guys, I wish you could smell it. Oh, well, I mean, if you like the smell of old books. Let's see. This is checked out of room 310 in La Crosse, Wisconsin, excuse me. Copyright 1961. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So I'm not too sure. You know what we have to do first? Well, I think my brain at least is like, we need to figure out a cover. So I'm going to put, whoops. I dropped, what did I drop? Iowa? Yeah, we dropped Iowa. Okay, Iowa's back. We need to figure out a cover. We need to figure out what this journal is going to be. So this is what I'm down to, okay, for covers. These are our choices for covers, okay? Now, this could be a journal. I don't know how to make this a journal. I am not going to rewire this. Okay, now, if we had left all the pages in here and not ripped them out, I could have just used this as a journal with 20 pages in it. It would have given us, plenty of sides. I don't know if it had all 20, but you know what I'm saying. So even if you just buy a book like this, which you could get at the thrift store, obviously, you could get it. I know they sell inexpensive ones like this at Walmart or even Ross or, especially around the holidays, you guys, there's all sorts of art kits. And so this could be a perfectly amazing journal, just like it is. And this is usually what this is bigger than what I normally do, but it's close. We're at a little 10 1/4 by 7. So I tend to go a little bit closer to 9 by 6, but I do like this size. It has a beautiful, like, sturdy background. This could definitely be a journal. Now, could we make a journal out of this anyway? Sure we could. We could glue papers into here. We could tie papers in. We could make it more of like a traveler's notebook thing. We could put elastic in here and slip some pages in. I don't know. I'm tempted by it, obviously. Yeah, I don't think that's what's going to happen. This is our next one, obviously. This already has a cover to it. Now, this is not anything more than it's what I would call cardstocky paper. It is not super thick, as you can see. I don't think we need to use this. It's one, pretty big, and two, like then where would I cut it? I would cut it, something like that. I mean, we could. I don't feel like that's speaking to me. This is beautiful. Again, it's strong enough. It's strong enough. We could use this paper. It's not cardstock, but it's thick enough as opposed to the inside, which is very thin. I just don't know. I can't. It's a lot going on, and I don't know the theme of the journal. I don't know what it's for. I don't know anything. And so, and I would hate to just, although we could, if that were your journal, if we were going to keep it, we could cover up this and put something else here. Now, I don't know. I feel like I'm limited on supplies on this bucket, to be honest. This one is calling my name. Like I said, it would... I haven't made a journal like this, obviously. I'm very tempted by this. We would just not sew in the binding or sew in the signatures. They would just be on this, these things. Now, that is like, probably less than that, right? Because you got to still bend these over like to hold, right? But that's a pretty good chunk of space to work with. We would be working with red because this seam is obviously red, and then obviously the back. I'm tempted by this. I'm going to put it in front of me just because it's different, right? This is obviously an obvious choice. Now, because we know because we know, I'm looking in my tool thing. Hold on one second. We know this is going to be something other than it is. I'm going to go ahead and cut it open and see if that helps me a little bit, because we're not going to use it intact. Whatever we do, whether we use it today, whether we use it a different day, and it's ready, obviously, to release these pages. What's that? A treasure. General Hospital in Healdsburg, California. Wow, I don't know where Healdsburg is. Well, isn't that a little interesting thing that was in this prayer journal? So, yeah, I'm just seeing how close this is to... There it comes. Okay, so, and it released the whole thing, and then we got this beautiful piece of paper right here too. Look at this one. Oh, that's so pretty. So, so now we have this beautiful, beautiful thing of paper. Now this is glued paper. Let's see what we can get here. Let's take this off. I'm trying to see, I think it's glued. So we want to see if any of these, oh, if I can get a bigger piece, but it looks like they're all single. Yeah, I don't see, although, I mean, it looks like, oh, there's stitching right there. So if it's stitched together, that's beautiful. That means these pieces are actually bigger than, right? It means they're a full sheet as opposed to a half sheet. So that's exciting. All right, so we can release all of these, and I don't have to do it all on camera with you, but you get the point. Release all the stitching. Oh yeah, look. Really pretty. And this is probably the size that we're going to land with. Yeah, we're at 9x6. Yep. Somehow my brain's just really happy with that. I don't know what size that is in the world. I'm going to have to work on this stitching a little bit more. But we do have this paper. It's not super happy to come out. So I'll go back and pull out the threads, and then, because it's, yeah. Oh yeah. So pretty. Okay. So we have this beautiful stack of paper now that's actually double, right? Which is nice. And we have this beautiful binding. We have this beautiful book that's already ready to go. Now I would honestly, well, I don't know. See, I don't know, because I don't know the purpose of the book. I don't know. I feel like if I used it, I would cover this somehow, not cover the whole thing, but maybe not. Maybe we use it and someone wants a prayer journal or something. I'm not too sure. That's my only hesitation. I mean, and it has some marks on it and stuff. It's obviously from the thrift store, but that's a beautiful binding for a journal. Look at that. That's really pretty. Oh, now you're calling me. Okay. Okay, I hear you. Let's just see. Oh, you guys, do you want to smell the math book? Okay. This is a beautiful book also. This guy is sewn in, and we would have to do a little bit of work here to release this. Let's see what it wants to do. Do you want to give me anything just because, or do we have to work for it? What's... All right, let's... I feel okay about cutting up this book, if anyone's wondering. I feel like it's done teaching math, and maybe it's ready for its new life. Now, if you are a historian of math books or anything of that nature, then I understand. I just don't feel like someone was going to buy it. I don't know. I feel like it's okay. That's where I'm at with it. So I do understand. I understand different views on it. And I'm okay with having different views. So, and I get cutting up a book is not for everybody. So, okay. Yeah. What do you want to do back here? You want to do the same thing. All right. Let's see what we think about this. You don't want to do that. I may benefit from getting a sharper blade out, but I think for this 2 minutes of my life that maybe we don't need to do that, but maybe we do. It's fascinating to me to see all... Now that's the actual... Oh, no, it's not. Okay. There it goes. There it goes. Okay. Thank you, book, for doing your job. You did a good job. All right. So now we have this beautiful binding here, which is pretty cool also. Yeah. And then let's see what the pages are. So, oh, sewn in also. Oh yeah, I remember, because I already ripped some of these out to color them, dye them, stain them, whatever you do with coffee, right? So, I don't know how, see this? We're saving this. Because we need every single thing we can from these books. It might make a little fun cluster or something, right? Yeah, I'd love to, I don't know. Look at all the signatures. Like, gosh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're too small. Like, obviously I need glasses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, like 14 signatures. Wow. So, you can tell right here is where I have already done some ripping. But it does not want to come out. So I'm going to play with this a little bit more. But this is where we got... Well, I guess if we... Okay. You just have to be a little bit more aggressive with it. But see, so beautiful, beautiful pages. We are real close on size. These already match. Okay. Now, obviously this is a beautiful, just a beautiful paper. And this obviously has math on it, which I know not everybody wants math on their journal pages, but I think it's fun in a mixed journal. So I might use some of this, more in other journals I make, or we could use these to make pockets and yeah. So, and did I mention it smells amazing? So, okay. So you guys, this pile is out for covers. We are down to these 3. I am tempted by this one, but I'm going to pass. I think I'm going to, it's just, it sucks that it has like this stain on it, but, I think I may make this into another journal with like a definite purpose, because I really hate to kind of cover that up. So I think we're not going to use that cover. I'm going to put it in the back of my bucket. I know. Okay, we are down to this. And again, I'm going to do the same thing. I think this I can use anytime. I think it's super fun. I am going to make a journal out of this just because I never have. I mean, I don't know. Or is today the day? Is today the day? It sucks because you don't get, if we're going to make this size journal, you don't get all 3 holes. Like you can't, I mean, we are really close. I mean, I guess you could, but it would be like right on the edge. And I'm sure, do you see what I'm saying? Like, so if you're not going to get those, you're going to only get 2 places to hold this journal in. So like it would be kind of floppy on one end or the other, which is fine. I don't know. I'm tempted. I am tempted by this little ditty here. Or we could make bigger pages, but I like a smaller book. This might be my Christmas journal, you guys. Okay. So we have now made a decision. This will be the journal. Are we in love with this? I don't know. I feel like it's time. This one's going to be the journal. And it has quite a beautiful spine on it, so we have some room to work with. So that is done. That's exciting. Let's be clear. I have 2 other covers right over there that we're going to use eventually because I like them both. So, okay, 30 minutes so far, and we've made one decision. That's exciting, Allison. All right. So, let's talk about innards because, again, we are kind of like, this should go together relatively simply. We have limited supplies for innards. So again, I have this, we're going to cut down some paper is what we're going to do to this size, right? Is this the bigger one or is this the bigger one? I think this is the bigger one. It's just an ooch too big. Okay. We're going to have to cut those down just to make it fit. So, but I do want to use these and these and these. So, and we have some wiggle room. We have some room in this binding already made. We don't have to worry about a binding, any of that. So let's cut down some papers and get them to the size we want. Now, these I'm going to leave, well, we have 2 options. We can leave them as is, and I'm going to like fold some of them this way. So it'll be a smaller page in the book. I had to smell it, sorry. It'll be a page like that. So that's fun. This one's kind of ripped, so I think that I'll save it for like, ephemera and whatnot. Now, the other option, instead of just folding it like this, is we could make a bigger page. See, this one's kind of ripped too. Look at the coloring on this, you guys, though. Oh my gosh, look how gorgeous that is. So that'll be a fun pocket or something. So I'm going to just put it off to the side. We could definitely tape it. We could do some fun stuff. We could make another page like this, right? We could bind it together and then make it a page. Now it would be too wide. So we could either cut it down to make it the right size. We could overlap it, which is probably what I would do to get a thicker seam here to glue it and to put the holes in. So I think we'll do that. I think we'll take one of the coffee stain and fold it this way for a page. I think we'll take this one right here and make a wider page this way with it. And I just think we can do this. Okay. And I'm not worried about like exact measurements because we're close, and anything less should be fine, right? That's my theory anyway. Oh, it's not. You're not ready for that. I hear you. I'm sorry. What do we want to do? We want to do a total of what then? Let me get a math paper out so I have the whole thing. Okay. So we are over a bit still. I guess I'll move it in a little bit. I love this edge, so I don't want to cut that off. That's where my brain was for just a second. If you saw me take a little break there, I'm going to make a thicker seam here and overlap it a little bit more. Now, when we made our last journal, we did the same thing. That's going to be fine. Okay. We did the same thing. You could glue it more on one side and leave this open as like a flap or a tuck spot, but we don't necessarily need to do that. Okay. In fact, I can tell you right now, no, I'm not going to embellish right now, but like we could run this gold tape right down. We'll do it. Let's just do it. I'm going to do two things. I'm going to put the little sticker on here. Because I think the price tags just are fun to remind us, right? I'm going to just do this. And I said it in the haul video, this is Scotch brand, which I do think makes a pretty good tape. Now this is not, I don't know, it might just be decorative tape. I don't know if it's necessarily washi. There's some variability on washi, let's be clear. So, yeah. All right, now there's our first page. That's exciting. That's exciting. Okay, and because it's taped, now I get to do this. You guys, look at the markings from the coffee. I absolutely love it. Okay, so there is that. Now, we are too tall, right? So, this, oh, I already put the sticker on it. Well, that's okay. See how this is janky down here? We could cut it off to fit. What is that? You guys, that's weird. I've never heard that sound. It's like an alarm. Like a, I don't know. Like a, not like a house alarm, like a, that's crazy. Like a hurricane. We don't have a hurricane. I'm just saying like an alarm, right? Like a air horn thing. That's weird. Sorry. I hope you didn't hear that. Okay, we're going to do that. It's a little short. It's okay. It's fine. We're going to do that. That's going to give us a pocket on the bottom of our page. Okay, so there is a page right there. And it has a pocket on it. And it has an upside down sticker. Okay. It's like a siren. No, not like on a truck. That's really strange. I'm so sorry. I'm so distracted. Okay, we've made 2 pages so far. So that is those papers. Let's see. Well, we know these little ditties fit well. So let's see if I dyed any fun ones. Yeah. I think we're going to use these. I'm going to intermix the coffee with the white again. So we're going to have a color theme again to this. I don't have any colored paper, so we're back in this neutral tone coffee thing, but that's okay. That's okay. And these are already folded and ready to go. I think we'll leave them right side up, if you will. What I don't want is, let's see, I don't know if we need all of them, but I'll just keep them on my desk for now. All right. Okay, there's some math paper. Let's get out some other math paper. It's not quite all released, so we're going to have to work at it a little bit, but I'm wondering if there is, do we want, oh, did you see it? Look at that. Oh my gosh, you guys. Bush Road and Hitchings Incorporated. These are little addresses. Northwest Engineering. Oh my gosh. Oh, trig numbers, real number. Oh my gosh. Okay, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to get used or not. We'll see. I'm going to have to work on releasing these. Do we want to do that on camera? I think that's incredibly boring. Look at this. Oh, yep. Yep. All right. All right, come on, little book. You can do it. We're going to keep dissecting you and seeing what you got. Okay? Okay. Yes, there's a gentler way to do this. But for right now, this works. Okay, so I'm just separating the signatures because we don't have to deal. What I was hoping for, so I would like this page, but it's not. I think that page is cool. I was hoping for some written pages, like, more like this that have a constant to them as opposed to just equations. So I was looking to tear apart some of the signatures and see if we could get a little variation in what's on the pages, I guess. And I'm super clear I didn't dye enough paper. And I'm also clear that I don't think I'm going to go dye more because I already put all my stuff away. And I don't know. But maybe we will. Okay. So Um, all right, I'm going to assume that there's equal opportunity in the front of the book as the back of the book. All right, making a mess. Let's see if we want any of this. Nothing like is amazing or catches my eye. I mean, I like some of this stuff. But it just needs a little bit. Trigonometry. Ooh, Nelly. Unless you're a math person, I tell ya. Isn't it weird how you can not be a math person, but like I birthed a math person? My husband and I are not math people, but I tell you what, my boy is. I'll tell you what, numbers are his love language. So he is. Oh yeah, that's fun. I mean, and I have a theory as to why, right? Like, oh, look at this. That's fun. Okay, we want that one for sure. I guess that's what else we could do is kind of go through here and see. Oh, this is a fun one anyway. Look at this. That's a fun one. Okay, we'll keep that one for sure. Look at this. It has writing. It says a function of any angle is the cofunction of B, the complement of A. Oh, yeah, well, like I said, we're taking all of this. Yeah, I mean, come on. This has history in it. Like, oh, this one's, nope, you're going to come. Okay, there you go. All right, so I also think it's weird how, well, maybe not. I feel like, yeah. Okay, I think this is plenty of paper now. Are you wanting to, oh, you're a separate piece. Okay. Okay, that's exciting. Yep, so I think we have enough math. I mean, if not, the bucket's right here. Okay. Now, this paper we need to, I think, cut down because, I mean, it's only an ooch bigger. So it's not like enough to make a fold over necessarily. We could cut it down even smaller. This paper is butter soft and like, I don't know the right word. It's like an old writing pad. I mean, it's, yeah. Okay, let's see here. You guys, I didn't think I was going to get to film this week, but I'm filming and I'm kind of excited. So it's Thanksgiving week and I have a little bit of time before I got to go work stuff. And, my boy is home. I'm so excited. And I wasn't going to leave his side. Like literally, if he was at home, I'm not going to be down here filming, obviously, if he's upstairs. But he is upstairs and I am down here filming. Why? Because he's in class. So I was like, oh, well, if you're going to be in class, then, I mean, I can't sit with you in class, right? On Zoom. I mean, I could, but I joke. I don't think you guys can hear that. It's the weirdest siren thing. I don't know. Famous last words. We have signs, not here. I mean, if you go out to the coast of our state, it says tsunami, safety places, go here. And I've never heard a siren in my life. I don't know. Anyway, that would be me. I'd be down here filming going, what's that annoying noise? I don't mean to make light of storms and stuff. I know specifically our friends down south have been dealing with horrific things, and my heart goes out to all of you. So I'm just saying I have never heard sirens and stuff like that. So actually, when Rue and I were back, I think I told the story, but if you're new here, welcome. When we were back doing some of our school tours, we were back in, where did we go? Well, we were in Arkansas and Mississippi, and I forgot where. But anyway, Ohio, is that right? Oklahoma. Anyway, they told us, oh, there's these storms, blah, 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 if you hear the sirens. And sure enough, we left that tour and we went to the mall to get her something that she needed, like for the next school type thing. And giant sirens started going off. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is what they're talking about. This is crazy. And we, of course, were the idiots, like outside looking and going, oh my gosh, look at everything's flying. They're like, ladies, you need to get inside. We're like, okay. It wasn't anything. It was like a small little whatever, but yeah, you could tell who the tourists were. I'm trying to do the same thing on this. I'm trying to see if we can separate like a signature. That didn't work. So I ripped right through I may have gotten one or two. This paper is pretty sensitive. So we might end up kind of reinforcing. But that one's okay. Oh, it's so pretty, you guys. It just already has this beautiful coloring already to it. I mean, I didn't do anything to it. So, but we have a little bit of room to work in this journal, and we don't have a lot of paper, like we said. So, we're gonna make do with what we have here. I mean, we might need to pull more math books. We might need to pull. I didn't dye any of this, obviously, because it's already colored so beautifully. Oh, this is such a pain. Like, there, look at that. Okay, you win. We'll do it your way. Just one by one. Oh, see, it just does not. Some of these don't want to come up. Nope. It's interesting. Don't want to do it. Okay, don't have to do it. That's fine. That's fine. It's like sewn and then glued. Any people out there know the name of the process they use to... It's definitely stitched and then it's glued over that, so... But we'll take what we can get. We are not close enough for it to be like a foghorn, because that's what it sounds like to me. I'm used to a foghorn in dark nights or whatever. You know, you would hear the foghorn. So interesting. I guess I could go check it out and see, but I'm very much too invested in my tearing apart of a book. All right. So, let's see how many we have. I think we don't even have half of what we need so far, because again, I think this book is... But I do think we will cut these. And what I'm going to do is, if you can see on this end, it only has a little bit, like a normal space line almost at the top. It has a wider one, obviously. And I'm going to cut this side down. we are looking for, this size. So, I mean, I don't have to do much. And I don't even think my cutter can handle, and I'm eyeballing it. We'll save those. So I think that's going to get us, oh yeah, perfect. So we'll just cut off some. They're not going to be all the same, so it's okay. We're going to just do that. Okay. All right. Yeah. So the first journal I made, if you haven't watched, is down below. I think it has its own title, like Junk Journal, Thrift Store, Junk Journal Haul #1, whatever. It's also under the playlist of how to make a journal, I believe, or making a journal, something like that. I put it under there. But I found some pretty cool things that day for my first haul. I found like stamps. I found a cool border. I found some stencils, like some cool things. And this time we have less to play with. So it's interesting. But again, the premise is just like you could make a journal. And then you could add all your own stuff, right, at home, whatever you have. But if you don't have a lot of stuff, the premise is like you could make a journal with almost anything, for very, very inexpensive, probably for free if we're going to be honest, because I would imagine everyone has a book on their shelf that they're willing to cut up, or a piece of scrapbook paper, which is how I normally make my journals, and some paper, some notebook paper. And you could dye it. You can do all sorts of things with it. So, okay, let's see where we're at. I am tempted. This paper turned out beautiful. I am tempted to go dye some more paper, although not in the mood. It's just a mess. I have a video on that too. If you want to see my mess, you can see it. Okay, so here's lined paper. Here's math paper. Here's coffee dyed math paper. Math paper. Is this a signature? Yes. Lined paper math. This is a pretty cover sheet, like a special page. So we'll put that separate. And this is a signature here. So if we were to just do this before we add in, here's my dictionary. I'm going to not, you guys, I'm very distracted by the siren thing. Okay, we're going to leave these in its own pile. I'm not going to cut them right now because I think there's some folding things we can do with these. They're big enough to get some other flips and flops. You know what I'm saying? That might be fun. So, these are coffee dyed. Now, the only other thought, so let's see what else I have here. We have more of the drawing paper, so I'm going to go ahead and use it because we only have actually 2 pieces of it that's not coffee dyed. So we're going to use these. I'm leaving that on there. It's my favorite part of this silly thing. This I will uncoil and keep this for something. This is a huge chunk of love of chipboard. So that's going to get saved and not trashed for sure. These are coffee dyed. I have quite a few of the coffee dyed dictionary. I feel like we should also put some plain ones in there to, so we'll pull a couple of those. Okay, let's very quickly see if we can make, I'm going to say, what am I going to do with these? We'll do the same thing. We're going to fold one as a pocket or a pocket. We're going to do one as a half sheet, like a small page. In fact, we'll do this also. That will give us a little pocket on that page. Okay, so that will be a small page with a little pocket that way. Okay, and then this one, let's do the same thing we did. Let's overlap it, but we'll do, where's my, okay, so that'll be fine right there. Let's, you guys, my boy is so stinking cute. Can you hear him upstairs? He's making plans with his buddies. I'm remeasuring really quickly to see if we have enough for a side flap. If we were to move it over this way, and we do. I think this is wide enough. Okay, so instead of overlapping it as much in the middle, we're going to do it as least amount as possible. What to do, what to do. Let's see. I'm going to use this glue and see if it's strong enough. We can certainly tape or do whatever we need to, okay? So that will give us a paper that's too wide, but I think I'm tempted to use the washi again. Why? Do we need it? No, probably not. Can you hear him on the phone? So cute. The boys are back in town. The crazy part is they're all 21 now, so he's headed out to watch the World Cup at the bar with his friends. So dang cute. All right, and I know we're at an hour, so I need to end this, but I just thought if we could kind of get the papers in order very quickly. So let me, oh, and we have a little bit of lip on the bottom. That's right. Okay. Let me do that for my first fold. Okay, so that's actually where the fold's going to be, the seam. Okay. And we need to decide, like, if it's going to go this way, but it doesn't quite matter at this moment in our life. So, okay, so I used up all of my paper from the drawing pad. That's all done. And then we have math paper dyed, math paper white, journal pages, and dictionary white and stained. So, here we go. I feel like we can do 2 signatures in this book. So this will be my first signature. And I think we'll just do something like this. Actually, I don't like that order. So we'll do a little assembly line maybe. I've never done this because I never work like this. I never have, yeah. We'll just play a little bit, but let's see what it feels like if we put, oh, so I don't like that already. That's okay. We're just learning. What do I want to do? I'm not in love with this is the problem, like without it. And I feel like, I don't know. Well, we'll play with it. It's okay. It's okay. I'm going to leave it big, like I said, though. So we'll start with that is what we'll do. Okay. And then we'll put that one in the middle like that. Now, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's only 6 pages. So we need more of these plain journal pages is what we need. So we'll put one here. Maybe we'll do one of these in between every other page. Maybe that will be a little bit neutral, more journal space. Okay, so we'll keep cutting those out, right? Like that. Okay, so then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 10. And I feel like, so normally my signatures are 8 pages each because they cover a month and I do monthly journaling. I think a signature could hold more than 10. Maybe double this. What do you think? All right, we'll put one of these in, right? And then do this. Math. I already lost count, so you know I do that really well. You guys, when I made my November journal, I was like, oh my God. And I totally messed up. And the comments are like, does she not see? She missed that number again. No, I didn't see it. I appreciate your comments. That's how I catch it. Thank you so much. Like, oh my God. What a ding dong. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so that's my normal month. So I normally do 2 signatures. That's 16. I'm counting, so we don't have to recount. This is 17. Oh, I'm going to have to go dye new paper if I want, 17. 18. 19, and this will be 20, I guess. Yeah, I don't have a lot of paper to choose from in this journal, so that's 20. That's 20. And we're going to have to fuss with it, and obviously, but okay, so that's one signature in there. I mean, that could be enough, honestly. That could be enough. Because by the time we add pockets and ephemera and tags and well, I'm tempted to keep going. This is going to be signature number 2. But I need more journal pages. So, yeah, you can see how the process is going, huh? So let's keep doing this. I'm going to work on it on my own a little bit. I'll bring you back for the next stage once I've figured out, what we're going to do. Now, this little beautiful piece of ribbon is, of course, going to get used. And, oh yeah, he's got World Cup on upstairs now. Let's see here. Now, what I did do in my last one, I mean, you can't not have anything to work with, right? So, of course, scissors, glue, whatever. Cold coffee. What I did allow myself in the last one was to some coffee stain, which I put in a little spray bottle here. So we might do some more of that. See here, because I had a fun stencil to play with, right? So we might just spray some coffee on these pages because we gotta figure out what we're doing. So, and I'm not being like radically like soft with this because I have so much of this to work with, and this paper I will use all the time. I don't need the full one. I just need the full one for this book. So, I'm going to keep working. So why don't we do that? Let me fuss with this a little bit and get another signature, get some of these ripped out, which is like poking your eye out to watch, I know. So I'll do that. And then, but look at the beauty already. I mean, we already have a beautiful signature here. Look at that. I mean, it's really pretty already. So we'll leave it here. This is part 1 of, junk journal haul number 2 journal, whatever, right? Bucket number 2 journal. And I will bring you back for the next step. All right. Thanks for watching, you guys. I hope you're enjoying this series. If you are, please let me know below. If you have questions, let me know below. If you want me to do, something else, or you have a different idea, well, let me know. I don't know if I can do it, but but yeah, let me know your comments and thoughts. I would love to hear it. And I appreciate you, coming along for the journey. And I hope it gives you ideas about ways to utilize what we already have. Granted, I bought this from the thrift store, but even with $5 or $7 at the thrift store, you might be able to go find a notebook and a book and, make a new journal. So let's see what your thoughts are on that. All right. I hope you're having a great day, and I hope you find something today that inspires you. Take care. Bye.